Match day 28 in the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League, and it is the schoolboys going against the Glamour Boys today here at Rufaro Stadium. Before we do go any further, we're going to give you the pre-game interviews where Mr. Wilson Mutekede, the former technical director for ZIFA, has been having a chat with the coaches, and we're going to start with the coach for HERENTALS, Coach Celestino Benza.
Now I'm joined by HERENTALS FC coach Celestine Benza. Coach, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we're coming into this match after a disappointing, probably 1-0 loss that Naru lost to Yada. What are the plans today? Facing DYNAMOS, who are coming out of the Confederations Cup, obviously a bit wounded. You're also coming from a very disappointing position.
Yeah, thank you very much. And today's game, I know that it's going to be a very big challenge for us because this team, obviously, they now have gained some experience in the international games. But for us, we're going to attack, and we always play our attacking football, especially when we're at home. And we're going to attack from the first minute to the last minute. Hopefully, we're going to get the desired result and win the game at the end.
No, I see you're looking at a 1-4-4-2 in terms of the arrangements.
Yeah, we always play a 1-4-3-3, and we hope that it's going to pay dividends because I also suspect that DYNAMOS is also going to employ also the same formation. So hopefully we are going to counter that formation and win.
Okay. And in terms of the game, what do you say to your fans?
Yeah, I always tell the fans that they are supposed to be patient from the first minute up to the last minute, because sometimes fans become impatient, wanting a result even in the first half, but result even comes even in the added time. So I urge the supporters now to be patient and rally behind us up to the end of the game, even if it's added 2 minutes, 5 minutes, but up to the end, they're supposed to be behind the team.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Zimbabwe. Welcome to week 28 clash in the Castle Premier Soccer League. Two giants are going to be meeting. I can safely say two wounded lions. DYNAMOS coming out of the Confederations Cup, where they fared very well, but ended up losing on penalty shootout against HERENTALS, who lost some 3 days ago against who lost to Yada 0-1. But with me, I'm joined with Coach Lloyd Chigoa. Coach, good afternoon.
Afternoon, TD.
Good to see you.
Glad also to be here.
So I'd like to first congratulate you on a good run in the Confederation Cup. Unfortunately, penalty shootouts are not predictable.
Actually, it ended thoroughly on our part. But having said that, it was a good run, and hopefully we get a chance also to do better next time.
Yes, I believe so much that you represented the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League. You represented our league very, very well by knocking out Zanaco and then also nearly accounting for Rapa. You were taking our league in terms of its quality to that kind of a level. But today, a shift to the domestic league. What is your plan in terms of refocusing the players? I know very well when players play in the Confederation Cup and then they come to domestic competition, there is a tendency of lapsing a bit, or probably the two versions of competitions have differed now.
Yeah, obviously, the motivation level, the motivation to play for 400,000 drove the boys. But on our part, we are saddened that we cannot be with our captain today, Frank Makarati, and Magwaza, who were involved in a dangerous accident.
Yeah.
And we cannot be with them in this very important time. But having said that, we have tried to motivate our boys to refocus and to remember that it is from this league that they launched their campaign in the Confederation Cup.
Thank you very much, Coach. We wish them a swift recovery. Right, I getting to the match itself, I see the plan in terms of your lineup, basically more like a 1-4-3-3. What is the take? What is the approach?
We believe this league campaign, we should not sit back a lot we must allow the boys to enjoy themselves and try to dominate the game. And also to impose our philosophy on our opponents. We know they will be aggressive. We also know they will be dirty. But we psyched our boys to be ready for anything that will be thrown at us. HERENTALS always a bogey side to DYNAMOS.
Yes.
And we look for no less and no more today.
Yes, I see you've clashed 9 times. HERENTALS have won 3 times, you've won twice, and then you drew 4 times. And the margins, in terms of goal margins, have been so narrow.
Yeah.
Just alluding to what you were saying. With these kind of statistics, what is it that you are trying to manage in terms of not conceding? Since we've just discovered that it's a narrow margin victory, either a deadlock or narrow margins.
Now what happens with our opponents when they score? Then you are probably going to play 20 minutes of the 90. But we hope our boys are ready for it. We've been working on it at training. It's unfortunate we don't seem to enforce the rules properly in terms of time wasting, but we prepared our boys for the 10 remaining games, so that we know that it's going to be taxing in terms of Sunday, Wednesday. But of course, we're putting into force the recovery management methods in our training, and hopefully today they will be able to overcome.
Yes, load management, yes.
Mr. Wilson Mtekede rightly alluded, this is a meeting of 2 wounded lions. We've got DYNAMOS coming from the CAF Confederation Cup. We've got HERENTALS Football Club who are coming from a 1-0 defeat by Yada in the previous week. But looking at what was and what might happen today, what are some of your sentiments even after talking to the coaches?
Yes, after talking to the coaches, you obviously get this feeling that both coaches are disappointed by the previous results, their last results. But the DYNAMOS more are on a challenge, because coming out of a Confederation Cup and then refocusing on the domestic front, there is always this challenge where players sort of like we're playing at a higher level and they're coming to a game which is probably considered to be at a lower level. There are chances of complacence or even a bit of some lackluster in motivational levels. Just a bit of like you are not really motivated to that level. The commitment that you're showing in the Champions League, in the Confederation Cup and the domestic is likely going to be different. So the coach has a lot of work in terms of psyching the players and motivating them for such an encounter.
Okay, and it is also good to note that Frank Makarati and the captain for DYNAMOS and Tendai Ishemagwaza are not here today for the game, as they were involved in an accident that hasn't seen them come through to the stadium. But it is Emmanuel Jalai taking on the realms from Frank Makarati. How big of an impact do you think this change is going to make? Or take us through, maybe, do you have confidence in what Jalai can do?
I'm pretty sure Jalai can do the job well. He's quite an experienced player with DYNAMOS and even with the national team. But however, for Makarati and Magwaza, we wish them a speedy recovery. You know, it's that mishap was not good. Now we are missing 2 stars, but we're just hoping they're going to recover in time for the remaining games. DYNAMOS still got about 2 outstanding fixtures and the Chibugu Trophy outstanding fixture in that tournament. If they win, they'll proceed to the semi-finals, and hopefully they'll proceed to finals. But Jalai can take care of business.
Okay, maybe he can. And I realized that a moment ago I was looking at HERENTALS Football Club. Okay, here's some pre-game ritual. I think things are changing and we're seeing some new concepts in terms of appreciating the football gods.
For DYNAMOS, this has been since time immemorial. This has been DYNAMOS ever since the inception of even the Premier Soccer League in 1992. They've just been playing like this. When I talk of that, it reminds me of the days where Alois Bunjira would then go and lob the ball over the praying team, and that used to spark a lot of disturbances.
Yeah.
That has been Dynamos. And HERENTALS, now we see them in the picture there. HERENTALS doing their rituals as well. Yes, quite a lot of faith in football.
Yeah, a lot of faith, but also Dynamos has a lot of drama. I think with some of the stories whereby they were willing to part away with $1,000 to pay a sangoma, and the players had missed a training session where they were claiming that they were not being paid. So it's also a question about what do they value in terms of football. Is it the player or the supernatural element? But for today, it is an outstanding fixture, looking at the fact that we are almost coming to the end of the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League, with many of the teams left with only 7 games to play, and in those 7 games a lot can happen and a lot can change. But here are 2 teams that are willing to change their fate in terms of how they are going to end up on the log table. We've got HERENTALS. They are on 6th position with 38 points, and a win today could mean all they could ever ask for. But for Dynamos as well, they still have to recover from that CAF Confederation Cup, whereby they lost to Orapa United in the penalty shootout in a game that ended in a 1-1 aggregate. Dynamos in the first leg, they scored 1-0. In the second leg, it was Orapa who got things underway. It is in the center that we are also seeing Innocent Benza is a regular in the starting 11, but that is a story for another day, as we are seeing from Dynamos. Sadly, Urukop going to the ball, and he is the one that is going to get things underway. The match officials really trying to get things in order, but here we are. Matchday 28 here at Rufaro Stadium, Dynamos versus HERENTALS. It is going to be an amazing game, and Dynamos get us started slowly but surely. I think we're going to be seeing some amazing football. They are bypassing that middle of the park, and we are so close to goal. And some would have appealed for an encore, but there is Jalai with a delivery right into the box, and it is Madeya Nedrick who saves that one.
Yes, for HERENTALS, in comes John Joao and Godfrey Mukambi. Joao from an injury, and Mukambi from suspension. Let's see how HERENTALS is going to fare today.
Good cross and the delivery into the box, but it is Martin Mapisa who handles it with so much ease and composure. Nice clearance coming in from HERENTALS there. Game of back and forth, but both teams seem to be very invested into this game. Seems like it was an offside for Emmanuel Paga.
Sandra in the midfield there. It's where we're going to see all the fight. The fight is going to be in the midfield. Mukambi versus Mudadi. We'll have Blessing Piri against Shandirwa, and we'll have Shadrack Nyawa there again in there. It's going to be a contest in midfield.
A big contest indeed. It seems as this game is going to be something definitely to remember, as we are seeing some shoving there of hands. HERENTALS not calm enough to wait go Vuzimondi. There's the replay.
Yeah, potentially dangerous. 2 players that are coming in there, hard men of both teams.
It was Piri
look
Blessing.
at Piri versus Nyawa. They're always players of grit, both of them. So when they go to that tussle, both of them were aware of what was going to transpire. And we are likely going to be seeing more of this in this encounter.
I think we can only hope and pray that this game comes to a complete end, as we are seeing some of the games, especially in the Kasolaga Pre. There's a delivery right into the box. Clearance not good enough. Now it is being played on this near side. Tondo. Now it is Dynamos on the drive. Urikob with a delivery right across the halfway line. Header contest there, but finally it settles on Jalai's feet. We have a player down on the field, Joao John. It's only been 3 minutes and they've given us a lot to think about as to how this game is going to end.
This is going to be an explosive match, I tell you. Like we said, the teams have met 9 times. HERENTALS has won 3 times, Dynamos has won twice, and they've drawn 4 times. So this tells you how much of a contest this is in terms of rivalry.
A big contest indeed. Donald Chinyai laying it over to that far side, and it is shifted back onto the near side, and a misplaced pass. Jalai beating Joao to the ball. Now it is played over to Emmanuel Paga. Confident, seems like he was stepped on right into the box. Sadly, Urikob. Innocent Benza there, not being quick enough. Jalai being brought down by Mukambi Godfrey. The fans responding. Only sounds is what you can hear, not the words. Coming in from the fans, a few of them. Innocent Benza. There is Jalai being brought down by Mukambi Godfrey. I think Dynamos for the past 4 minutes, they have really tried to get close to HERENTALS' own goal.
Yes, Dynamos has been probing more. HERENTALS probably just one break from a free kick that was floated into the box by Innocent Benza.
Joao playing it back. Now an offside flag has been lifted from that far side. Donald Nyai to Jalai, playing it forward, and it goes out. There's a white ball at the moment. Ruguchu with the throw-in. Nicely played over to Tanaka Shandirwa. And with an intervention, Jim Tafadzwa. Quick throw-in taken by Dynamos. And a misplaced pass, and it is HERENTALS trying to get a break. But the backline for Dynamos says otherwise. A misplaced pass coming in from the goalkeeper, and an offside has been called for. But Mukiwa Melvin was in a very good position to receive that pass from Martin Mapisa.
Very, very, very good position, and I don't know what was that hesitation for.
Any form of hesitation could be dangerous, as it gives your opponent an opportunity to get to you, because they would have been charging from the start. Long ball played by Mapisa from one goalkeeper to the other. Madea Nedrick rather.
HERENTALS playing a 3-5-2, 1-3-5-2.
Donald
could get to that ball from Daddy. Sandra, the way I see it with HERENTALS playing with the 3-man defense Valentine Kadonzo on the far side is always going to look like he's a free man there. And that's likely going to be a channel where Dynamos can get a goal from, because Dynamos are resorting to shifting a midfielder, a central midfielder, to go and pluck out the left-sided Dynamos midfielder.
Okay, as we are seeing that it is Herentals with the throw-in. There's movement from that far side. There's a nice pass as well there. Really not inputting himself, and that is a shot. That could have been something coming off the feet of Mukiwa Melvin. I think for Herentals, the moment they get an opportunity, they're trying by all means to make sure that they make the most of it, because Dynamos seem to have an upper hand. They have somewhat the confidence for this encounter. There's Shalai, now on a run, playing it over. Emmanuel Paga now crossing into the box. It is cleared away, but still an enemy territory for Dynamos. And once again, it is cleared off now. Herentals with Jim Tafadzwa trying to locate Joao John. They end up losing possession. It is Dynamos once more with the build-up. Paga being dispossessed. And Mukiwa Melvin being brought down there.
Yes.
Seems to be in some pain.
Mukiwa was going down, and then Paga there, challenging from behind, but not really much of a fuss that Mukiwa would go down and lie down like that.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that number 17, Ruguchu, when he takes these free kicks right into the box. But Martin Mapisa handling it, taking charge right in the air, and saving Dynamos early on in the first few minutes of the game. I think within the 3 minutes that were played, there were so many emotions flowing from either team, but I think things have just calmed down, and maybe they realize this is just but a football game that you have to take care of. Innocent Benza with a misplaced pass. Shocking to see he's in the starting 11. Paga trying to control that one, but it was a bit too late the moment he laid a foot to it. Kiwa with the throw-in, Ruguchu, the delivery right into the box. Innocent Benza playing the defender. Now it is Herentals trying for a break. It is Kevin Moyo who lets it play out, but it is a goal kick for Dynamos. He did well to shield it and let it go. And there is Martin Mapisa playing a very, very dangerous game.
Very, 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 very dangerous ball. That could have been an own goal. Easily, that could have easily been an own goal. He played into the defense there, Martin. And look, he was just chasing it. The ball being on target, he was not going to have any chance of saving that one. But Martin received the ball, and instead of playing it out, you don't play short when the opponent is closing on you. After the ball, a reverse pass was played to him. You should have probably cleared with a long ball there to really take the ball out of danger.
Yeah, that would have been a sign of some football intelligence. But at the moment, it was lacking, and it put them in a very, very tough spot. Now it is Makiwa by the corner. And they have an opportunity right close to Dynamos' goal, and there's the delivery into the box, headed away. Anyone to clear the miss? Ruguchu taking charge from Urkop. Madea with the long ball. It goes out and it is a white ball. Dynamos really shocked with that one. Innocent Benza there. Not sure. I think the idea was there, but his legs might be letting him down. But Dynamos on a run. Yeah. Jalai being brought down by Ruguchu. It is Joao rather.
Yes, the idea was there, Sandra, but you know, the idea may be there, but the reflexes are no longer there.
Yeah, sort of reminding of the game that you played with the former Mighty Warriors. You knew what you wanted to do, but it was just the execution that was lacking.
Exactly. The speed in terms of the thinking process is there, but the reaction now from the central nervous system to the muscles that are going to execute is the coordination is no longer that quick, you know. So age catching up.
Yeah, it might be catching up, but he is in the starting 11 for this Herentals team. He's also the first assistant referee for Herentals Queens in the women's division. A man wearing so many hats. One might ask, how does he manage to do all of that? But we will leave that for him to answer. Now to matters on the field of play. Kevin Moyo. Assessing his options. Playing it over to Urikop, Sydney. But it goes out for a goal kick for Herentals.
Sandra, I looked at Kelvin. He was in possession there, and no Dynamos player was actually moving to support him. Nobody was making a run to create space for him to play, and as a result, he just ended up hoofing the ball forward, and they ceded possession. And this is not really the level expected, the level of performance expected at this level, you know.
The Glamour Boys, not so glamorous in terms of how they appreciate the word teamwork. There is escaping, and there's an opportunity right on goal, and Madea saving it quite easily, but what a shot coming in from Donald Mudadi. First opportunity on goal, really making sense and causing the fans to actually maybe stand up and get up off their feet as the replay with Mudadi rather short, and Madea being the superhero.
A sting of a shot, but Madea, the way he made it so simple, you know, I think that was one for the camera people. For Madea, that was an opportunity to really show his reflexes and his handling technique.
Yeah, and good opportunity for either of the players. It was a 50-50.
Clattering into Shandiro. The two players know each other very well, and it's going to be a dog-eat-dog there.
Dog-eat-dog world. No mercy on the field of play, as either would like 3 points. For Dynamos, it means ending up in a better position, ending the season on a better position when it comes to the log. For Herentals, it is something that they would also want, as the title might be far, but a lot can still happen, as there is not that much big of a margin between them and the teams at the top of the table.
Yes, this is a game that is then again like gliding towards the common result between the two teams. 44% of their encounters were draws, and we are likely going to move into that direction if what is developing on the field of play is to go by.
Okay, 44% draw. But today, it will be something if a single team can walk away with all 3 points. I think that Dynamos have beat HERENTALS 3 times. And for HERENTALS, it has been twice. So if they manage to win this one, they are equal in terms of how many wins they have gotten from each other.
No, it's actually HERENTALS 3 times and Dynamos twice, then 4 draws.
4 draws. So HERENTALS with a better opportunity. But anyone would think that the Glamour Boys would have the upper hand, as they have more experience in the league.
Sandra, when I was just discussing with the coaches in the pre-match routines, the coach was pleading for fans, but the Dynamos fans did not turn out today.
Yeah, quite shocking. You would think that even coming to this place in the CBD, there will be a lot of people in their blue jerseys coming through to support. But it is a different case, a different scenario, where we have only but a handful of fans comparing to the stories that we've heard growing up about what Dynamos, being a Dynamos fans mean. Some of them talk about these things in passing in history, whereby they would have free passes to games because they have been so committed in supporting Dynamos. But as of recent times, it has been a different scenario, whereby people are sort of slowly distancing themselves from the Glamour Boys. They need to take up that name once more and wear that crown. But what do you think they have to do to get to that position where they used to be?
For Dynamos, it's basically results. They are now getting sensitive to results. But long back, they used to really support their team through thick and thin. But I think this time around, there has been a lot of
cleared off
sensitivity. No, that ball is interpretation of the laws of the game, Sandra.
Okay.
If the ball, the fans showing disappointment there, but it's the lack of knowledge in terms of the laws of the game. If the ball strikes the arm first in that situation, then the referee could have won. But where the ball has struck any other part of the body before, then after it strikes an arm, it's not a handball.
Okay.
If the ball had gone direct to the arm, then
could have been a
yes,
handball.
but where the situation where the defender's leg, Mukambi, he wanted to clear the ball. The ball ricocheted from Mukambi's foot, and then if it hit the arm.
Dynamos
so fans
fans furious, and Madea Nedrick.
Maybe we need to then spread knowledge even to the fans. It must not be for referees and coaches only. Even our fans could have snippets probably in the newspapers also, for just people to appreciate the laws of the game.
Indeed, I think it's a conversation that I've had with other people elsewhere in terms of how they have been. I think during the start of the season, we had a lot of issues to do with referees and the fans. So we're just talking about how important it is to make sure that the fans themselves know the rules of the game and how it is applied. And also it will help them, seek out some of those referees that blow out at offenses that are not even offenses. So I think it is the knowledge that is required. But as for this particular case, you've already explained that it wasn't a handball, but Madea there getting up slowly. I think he might be ready to continue with the encounter. HERENTALS fans clustered in one position. I think that's how you share the energy of joy. For
Yes.
it is contagious. You
It is
need to be
contagious.
compact and together.
You transmit it from one to another in that compact formation.
Yeah, the spirit of sport. It's always about unity. This is why it was started in the first place. A place where people can come through, enjoy themselves, and watch talented people display any talent that they might have. This is speaking from a general context. And the game is about to resume. Madea up and ready. Long ball right across the halfway line. Dynamos trying to go after it as quickly as possible. We have now being played on that far side. Chest control. But it seems as though it was a 24. It was a 12 and 24. For Vuzimonti on the ground. And no more Chinyerere.
As you see there. That was a bit clumsy there by Nomo Chinyerere. Because it his foot caught Zimondi's leg there. It was going to be a potentially dangerous tackle that was going to injure or threaten somebody's career there.
I think also the players need to be made aware of how important it is to maintain fair play. And it is Donald Mudadi playing the ball outward. It was awarded to them. Now there's a delivery right into the box. It is Mudadi once more. Controlling it, bring a bit of calmness. And Chinyerere no more playing it over and hoping that Valentine Kadonzo would get to it. Even himself is disappointed because he could have done something with it. Yeah. He only needed to slot it into the net.
Valentine Kadonzo guilty there of ball watching. Yet he anticipated that cross. It came all the way. As we see Dynamos fans there, anticipating that something should have happened there.
Now they're going for a water break. Madea seems to be in some pain, but hopefully after this water break, everything would have been sorted out. Very, very quite eventful 25 minutes. HERENTALS playing against Dynamos. It is still a 0-0 draw. I think recently Kadonzo could have made it one in the good. And also before that, Donald Mudadi made a very ambitious attempt on goal. But it was Madea Nedrick who managed to parry that one away. Conversation in HERENTALS' tent. Just trying to get the message out there. And also in Dynamos' own end, Coach Mablanyo, Lloyd Chigowe, having one-on-one conversations there with Tanaka Shandirwa. And also Paga by the side. Do you think anything has to change for either of the teams?
Yes, I think this game needs a goal for it to really come alive. And as it stands, both teams sizing each other here and there, but nothing has materialized so far. As we see, very unsporting.
No more Chinyerere.
Very unsporting conduct by Chinyerere there, throwing the Rangers goalkeeper's towel from the goal into the terrace.
He gets a yellow card for that. And we've got Madea Nedrick really asking for his towel. Very, very. We talk about those superstitions, and that is also bringing a halt to the game. And we're seeing some of the fans' faces looking very dejected. You come through, you want to see a clean, good game, and this is what you are presented with.
Hey, Sandra, you know, I'm just thinking, where are we in terms of football, even as players, as professionals? We aspire to get to the top there. I've not, imagine on TV, I've never seen either Kylian Mbappe taking Ter Stegen's towel and throwing it in the terraces. And we're seeing this happening here, and it just spells the level at which we are in terms of taking the game serious. And this is in front of cameras, imagine.
Quite sad scenes that we have been seeing. Madea yet to return to his post. I think very, very unsportsmanlike. Coming in from No More Nyerere, sacrificing himself. For what? We do not know. Maybe they believe after throwing away his towel, they might get a goal. But that is just left to be seen as to what his action has contributed to this encounter. And they are there, sort of hyping his fans. Strategically positioning and placing his water. But we are back again from that water break that was somehow extended by the scenes from No More Nyerere, unpleasant ones. Rukuchu with the throw-in. Now here's Paga. Now it is played out. They were on a good break.
They were on a good break, but I was soaked in watching what was happening off camera there to Madea replacing that towel with another pink one. The white one is gone, the pink one is in there. Some bit of prayers and rituals there. You know, things that footballers do. Some of them are just psychological, I guess.
Yeah, it is psychological. All you have to do maybe is to believe that you can do something, and that's how you get a result. Believing is what you need. And at this moment, Dynamos believe that removing Madea's towel could mean a portal or access into the back of Herentals' net. But here's a clearance. Here's Joao
You see,
being brought down.
the very ironic thing or funny thing that I see, Sandra, Dynamos has not really attacked. As you see, Joao there being fouled by Jalai, tried to go up, and below there, Jalai was dealing with his footing as he was going up. I was saying Dynamos have not really attacked that goal to the suspect that something is there. They only took one shot on target, and I don't know why they thought the goal could just go in when they are not doing enough in terms of attacking Herentals' goal.
I think they believe that the majority of the work is being done in the middle of the park, but there's a delivery by Ruguchu, and it is taken care of by Martin Mapisa. Huge nudge there from behind by Herentals on Paga. Now here's another delivery into the box. Innocent Benza, like a statue in that box, not really inputting himself to try and go after the ball and create something right in the box.
Yeah, he seemed to be avoiding contact there, but Zinyai was then coming for the cross, and a bit to clear there. Jalai almost had set up a John Joao there. That was a bit dangerous.
Building from the back, trying to bypass the middle of the park as quickly as possible. Nice interchange of the ball. We're seeing
Are we seeing a caution there? Valentine Gadonzo brought down there.
The medical team being called for.
There, Kadonzo. Hey, beating Piri there. And then
The funny thing is,
Piri extended his hand. The two players, I know them since their days at Conway College. Both of them were playing for Conway College first team, the under 20 team, and they are fully, they are fully aware of each other's capabilities and strengths. Valentine Kadonzo and Piri.
yes, but hopefully Valentine gets up unharmed, as we are seeing also on Dynamo's own technical bench. Two players. It was an elbow.
It was an elbow. It was
Coming
an
off
elbow
Piri
in the
Blessing.
face. Yeah.
And the funny thing is that I noted Piri 94, Kadonzo 93.
And they're both, I think they must be the years that they were born.
Okay.
Yes, those are the years that they were born. Oh, a
Calling
change.
for a
And that was an
substitution.
elbow. That was an elbow straight into Valentine's face. And
Think
I wonder what the referee is going to do there, because to say nothing happened there, look at that.
run.
The ball is played past him. No intention to play, elbow straight into the face.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
And I see the doctor.
And now there's a contest off camera right on goal. Urikob and Madea having some kind of standoff. Junyai coming to intervene. I think on the pitch, almost everywhere, something is happening.
Yeah, the two teams, the amount of rivalry. Piri getting away with a yellow card there is very lucky to be on the field of play. Very, very lucky.
It is a yellow card apiece for Dynamos. It was no more Chinyerere with that little stunt in Madea's territory. And this time around it is Piri Blessing for Herentals, who gets a yellow card for placing an elbow right into the face of Valentine.
Some Dynamos fans behind that goal, they're throwing bottles at Madeira there. And the Madeira is keep his cool, because any retaliation could land him in trouble.
But I think our players on the pitch should feel really safe, and that should also allow them to play the best of football. The game between Zimbabwean and Highlanders was abandoned because of the intervention of the fans, where they started to throw in missiles.
You see, and I can see the guy is in a bib. He looks like he's a these look like the marshals.
Unsettling scenes, but there's a delivery right on goal, cleared away. A free kick coming off, no more. But now it is Herentals playing it forward. Now the ball is airborne.
I think, Sandra, the game is sort of like degenerated into really a kick and rush. Now there is too many breaks, unnecessary, stoppages due to sometimes a bit of uncontrolled aggression from players. As we see another foul there by Zinyai on Zimondi.
There's the replay. Yeah, Junyai. Or Gobvu. On the ground. It is up and ready to go. Is it going to be Benza to take this one?
So
Or
Valentine
Ruguchu?
Donzo calling it a day after that nasty challenge there. In went Ziocha as the blessed Kadonzo.
Ruguchu living right into the box. Airborne. But now on the ground, but cleared away. Now it is Dynamos trying to create something. Sydney Urukob playing it backwards. Innocent Benza trying to be sneaky and dispossess. Now he attempts aerial duel. Donald Junyai bringing down a Herentals player. And Herentals players are now very, very furious. Because from the looks of it, it didn't seem like he wanted to play the ball.
That was a bit nasty and dangerous. With a high knee, it was very fortunate that so it was knocked by the shoulder there. If that knee had gone straight into him there, it was going to be again another dangerous challenge by Junyai there. As we watch that one, the high knee there, fortunately, was caught again. An elbow was in there.
Mkiwa, Melvin,
Mkiwa.
still being attended to. But I'm also thinking in terms of, do the players think that the time that they waste on the field is not going to be added on, because we still have injury time to account for all of these stoppages?
Yes, if the match officials account for all the time that is wasted, then players will never feign these injuries. But because they know sometimes they get away with it, only an average of 5 minutes is going to be added on, then players will tend to overdo it and then use it as a strategy to try and kill off the game. But I wish the energy that is being displayed by players in terms of physical conduct there, that energy, I wish it was put in trying to play the game. We could be watching a different game in terms of quality.
We could be watching a different game, and that is what we hope for, especially when we get to the second half. We've reached that 40th minute mark, and it is Herentals about to get us to resume the game with a free kick. Innocent Benza, is he the decoy? It is Benza who gets a delivery. Out foot, not good enough. Is stopped by the wall there. But it is played back into the enemy territory by Nyatondo Christian. Mapisa quickly moving things. Paga avoiding getting contact with the ball. Now there's Mudadi looking for some support. Beating the first marker. Now Paga with the header. Playing it over to Nyawa, who gives something to the fans to clap about. Madea handling it with so much ease. The pink towel being very visible in the background. Mapisa playing it over.
Shandiro has been quiet in there. The moment the game gets a bit physical, I think Shandiro really struggles. And this is what has been.
Nicely done by Innocent Benza. But the ball is taken away by the fast-paced July. Headed back into enemy territory, Piri Blessing. Calmly collected there by Junyai. Now delivery right across the halfway line and played back. Now it is Paga on that far side.
And you see another caution there on Nyatondo. Nyatondo bringing down Paga there, who was on flight.
The second half is almost upon us as we are now in the 43rd minute. 2 minutes left of the regulated first half time, and we await to see how much of injury time will be added on. But as for the moment, it is a free kick for Dynamos. It doesn't beat the first wall. Chinyerere, second attempt. Madea handling it, using that height to his advantage, and a long ball played forward. And it is Jim Tafadzwa to take it down, play it backwards to create a bit more space. Nice header. And the final touch coming from Mukiwa Melvin. We cannot even count it a threat.
Sandra, I see. I was talking to the coaches, and both coaches were saying they are prepared for each other. Coach Mablanyo was saying, we know how Herentals play. and Coach Benza was also saying, we know that how Dynamos play. And I don't know whether it was in the physicality of the match or it was in the tactical shrewdness of each side.
John playing the ball outward. I think in terms of preparing for such games, it is always a big game for any game when it comes to the Premier Soccer League. So you need to be prepared. But it is the goals that we are after. And also who will go away as the top goal scorer for the season, will get the golden boot. I think in the second half it's something that we need to talk about in terms of how low scoring this league is in particular. But for the moment, Ruguchu dispossessing there. Mudadi, but another battle where Shadrack Nyawa gets away with it. And now it is Emmanuel Jalai on the run, playing it over.
Blessing Majarira there. Brighton, it's actually Brighton, the younger brother, playing the ball out of touch and marked it.
Emmanuel Jalai with the throw in. And it is Ziocha. Nicely playing it forward. But Herentals managed to escape that one unharmed. And nicely playing Innocent Benza with a hand on his knee, getting a free kick to his team. To be honest, I don't think I've seen him run.
Yeah, he's playing a walking game, but mostly sometimes players don't really track him that much, and he gets to make flicks. And some of the flicks at times are very dangerous. But you know, the man who, like you said, who puts on quite a number of hits, again, taking a very lame free kick, and that results in Dynamos taking over in terms of possession, and Dynamos in attack now.
Emmanuel Paga.
Even in rugby, that shot could have gone over the sticks.
Unlike him, quite shocking, but I think it took the shot in so much haste that it didn't turn out as he had planned. Madea.
There's something about Madea, Sandra. He's so much in command of his area, very authoritative. Even the way he takes goal kicks, he looks very confident and moved and well composed.
Now it is a white ball. Ruguchu getting to it with the throw-in to get us underway. Headed back by Emmanuel Jalai, and it is a throw-in once more. It is like a broken record, a push from behind. Coming from Shadrik Nyawa, costing them a free kick. Will they give it to Innocent Benza once more? Or is it Ruguchu who is...
Ruguchu is one of the best dead ball specialists in terms of in the country, in terms of set plays. I don't know why he's leaving the balls to the boss.
I think the statement in itself says it all. Giving an opportunity to the boss. Nice header, placed in a good position, but no one to really take care of it. And it is a big context. It is still a white ball, but now closer to goal. Dynamos' goal. It is Herentals and Dynamos. It is still a 0-0 draw. We have come to the halftime. Think hopefully all of us are hoping for more action, not the bad kind, the good kind of action. And also definitely a goal will spice up this encounter.
A goal, only a goal is what we are waiting for this match to really liven up. We are looking forward to hoping in the second half we'll see more of play on the field of play than the physical and the contacts and the duels that were a bit unfootball like some of them.
We have faith that the second half is going to be something spectacular. We hope you stay with us as we take a break. It is a meeting between the schoolboys and the glamour boys. You don't just become glamorous in one day, it takes time. And also the schoolboys came through today declaring war and saying that this is a day where the students have to lecture the giants. Have we seen that as of yet?
As of yet, the students have not been lecturing the big boys, and the big guys did not show us the glamour that they should be exuding. But there's nothing coming through at the moment. A ping pong affair, physical game, something probably in the excess in terms of uncontrolled aggression. Instead of players concentrating on the field of play, on playing, we see energy being put to other use that is besides really the entertainment or the skills that must be paraded on the field of play.
Yeah, energy should be placed in positions where it belongs, otherwise it becomes a nuisance to the one watching or experiencing misplaced energy. Now we're seeing another substitution coming in from DYNAMOS. It is
John Joao calling it a day.
From HERENTALS rather.
Yes, and Majarira is coming in, the senior Majarira. Mokambi handing over the armband to Majarira there. Sandra, I'm just hopeful that tomorrow Caps United and the other should be able to give us something of real entertainment value.
Hopefully, and I think and I hope that the second half could be something, and we could be seeing individual excellence and team beauty. And it is HERENTALS who get us underway, and it is the substitute Lieto Dreamer who takes the first touch. But the ball is played out. And now it is DYNAMOS attacking from right to left, HERENTALS from left to right, an interchange of goals. Martin Mapisa really taking his time, but time is not on their hand. Mr. Wilson, before the break, he was hoping that a goal could spice up things, and that is what we await for. DYNAMOS looking a bit more invested. The referee letting that one slip by. Shadrach Nyawa still on the ground, but also
the watcher there going down there. So Dreamer coming in for Innocent Benza, and John Joao also calling it a day as Jim also went in there. So the Rangers making two changes there, and both changes are in attack. I think this is a show of intent, isn't it?
It is a show of intent. Is that maybe they have realized their mistakes. The first half could have been a psychological warfare whereby they were just trying to disrupt things, but the second half is where stuff has to happen. Now it is Urkop being caught off guard there, ball watching, wondering where the ball had gone to. But now defensive error coming in from Donald Jinyai. Fortunate for him, it wasn't as costly, but a corner kick is as dangerous.
Yeah, Zinyai and Kelvin there. It's now a different ball game. Joao and Benza, who probably would have offered a bit of, in terms of pressure, there wasn't much pressure that they were exerting. But now with Dreamer, who is the last scorer against Wange, and Majarira, there's going to be a real pressure up front there. So DYNAMOS back four has to be on guard.
They really need to be on guard. Majarira there presented with an opportunity, which he flew to the stars. Now it is HERENTALS shift. Majarira. Now it is played over to Jim Tafadzwa, who places a dangerous and delicious pass, cross right into the box. But Govu not getting any contact with it. He headed it away rather.
He headed over the bar
Missing the mark.
right from a very, look at that cross, inch perfect cross, up went Govu and over the bar. I thought even Dreamer was in a better position because Govu seemed to have jumped to his maximum there, but it was not good enough to direct the ball downwards on target.
All he needed was to assist gravity in bringing that ball down, but he failed to do so. But Dynamos now on the move. Emmanuel Jalai being brought down, and they earn a free kick. Here's a replay. Emmanuel Jalai.
Dombo Eric has also gone in there. We see Dombo operating on the left now. Herentals has resorted to a back four. They were playing with a back three. So Dombo Eric came in there.
The second half belongs to the managers, the head coaches, and we are seeing the involvement. Martin Mapisa really being placed in the spotlight, on the hot spot. He might have to make a lot of those saves as compared to Madea. In the second half, he hasn't been tested as much. But Martin Mapisa has been the one receiving the stick. Emmanuel Jalai. Ping pong affair right after the halfway line. There is Jim going down. The referee says play on. Being blocked in a dangerous position, and Jim should have been the one to take care of it, but he was on the ground. I didn't see any contact there.
Yes, let's see. I didn't see much contact. There we go. And didn't see much there. Maybe he was caught. Somebody used maybe his arm for inertia there in terms of taking off. He was like a springboard. The arm was stretched into his face when Chinyerere was taking off there.
That could have been the case. But Tovazo Jim seems to be okay.
Looking at Nomo Chinyerere. Could he be related to Ethel Chinyerere in any way?
That is the first thing that I thought about while seeing his name, but there might be. We would have to ask him a bit later on. But Ethel has set a standard that almost anyone would want to be related to her. Despite the difference in surnames or the similarity. A throw in for Herentals, Christian. Majarira. Now it is almost for a moment. It was a blue ball. Taking too long to finish things off.
Yes, it took too long. The Dombo there took too long, and the Zinyai was on hand to push that ball out of touch for a throw in to Herentals.
Dombo. That far side places a cross. Martin Mapisa saying a big thank you. Is now they are in possession. Ziocha playing it back to Jinyai. Jinyai a bit too reluctant with that one, almost losing touch. Yeto with getting to it, and offside has been called for. Urikop. HERENTALS. Now on the move, Majarira. Getting a bit of contact, but it is still a white ball. It is now a blue ball. The second half, they have behaved well for the past minutes. Haven't seen something malicious. So far, so good.
Yeah, so far so good. I think the players are concentrating on doing what they're supposed to do. And, you know, this is probably a good depiction of the quality of the Castle Premier Soccer League. You know, when Dynamos were doing well in the Confederation Cup, they were like an ambassador for our Castle Premier Soccer League. And this is what you want to see on the field of play.
Exactly what you want to see, but either of the teams, they do not have anyone on the top goal scorer list. But I think just to note the top goal scorers, I think we have two, William Manondo and Lynoth Chukua, Caps United and Highlanders respectively. There's a shot. That could have been something there, just as I was talking about top goal scorers.
A good attempt there by Godfrey Mukambi. Unfortunately, the on-rushing Nyawa disturbed him, but that was a very good attempt. Yet he not had a closer challenge there. Maybe he could have taken it on target.
He could have taken it on target, but just as I was saying, our top goal scorer almost coming to the end of the season. They have 11 goals. What does that mean for our local league?
Goals are hard to come by in our local league, and this in terms of there's a correlation between the number of goals versus the entertainment value, because it is said that the epitome of enjoyment in terms of football is when goals are scored. And even when you look at the world governing body of football, they want goals to be scored because that's when fans enjoy most. And this low number of goals that are scored also then says something, as we see Chimeza coming in there for Tafada Jim there.
Some changes, HERENTALS making the most of it. They already have had, is it 4 substitutes? 4 substitutes coming on. Fresh legs to take care of the second half. And there is his first intervention. Chimeza Milton. Nicely done. Dispossessing Dynamos there. But the final touch wasn't as good, as it was just too much. And the direction wasn't as good. Martin Mapisa. All the way across the halfway line. Chinyerere with a header. Sadney, Rikop. Nyerere once more. Right in the middle. Now it is HERENTALS. But Martin Mapisa handling it well. But we are seeing Lionel Dreamer there, Lieto Dreamer, on the ground. As if he's in some kind of pain. But whilst he's asleep, Madea was placed in a very, very difficult position.
Was there contact there with Mapisa?
I didn't see any contact. Lieto Dreamer, I think he wants to take advantage of maybe the position of the referee. The referee was behind him. So when Madea went to receive the ball there, he wanted it to look as if he had gotten a knee.
From this angle, it was difficult, but that knee was quite threatening, quite dangerous.
Leeto Dreamer being attended to.
No, I don't think there was much of a contact there. Of course, Mapisa, it raised a dangerous knee. But when you look at that, because if he had gone into that knee, I tell you, we could have been talking. There we see, there. No. His head was even up to check if the referee was close and they seen it, that infringement.
Looking for an easy break. It's not always easy, as men placed in charge, men or women placed in charge of the games, are equal to the task and will punish any offense.
Nedrick Madea, Sandra, the referee starting with him on a bouncing ball. The guy has been very, very, very commanding in his position in that, in between those posts.
He has been quite stable, making some crucial saves in the first half, saving a deflected ball. That is something to talk about. But there's a delivery. Herentals take a charge. Martin Mapisa quickly getting us into play. Nicely done from Donald Mudadi. Over to.
A bit overhit there. It was difficult for the watcher to get to that cross, but it was a nice build up on the right. As we see, Dynamos making a change. There in comes Alik for Eurocop. Fred Alik coming on for Eurocop. There, the Namibian has been a pale shadow of what he has shown in previous encounters. Quiet, nothing threatening. Like I was saying, getting out of the Confederations Cup into the domestic game, it's always very difficult, because there's sort of like a step down again, a step back into domestic. It needs a lot of psychological cleaning and motivating for players really to be geared to say we are here back to. But I think they've tested good things by participating in the Confederations Cup. They should be seen to be pushing. Of course, they are, as far as the league championship is concerned, they're out of it. But maybe Chibuku, they would love to then be part of it next season again.
Yes, they have a game against Yada, Chibuku Super Cup quarterfinal. That could be something to motivate the Glamour boys. But as for today, they don't seem to be in the spirit. But all the same, Herentals haven't made it easy for them to be motivated, as Madea Nedrick has manned the gate so well, making sure to keep out anything that might threaten his clean sheet of the day.
As Shimeda there on the far side. Uruguchu. Good cross, beautiful cross. Wow. There was Dreamer, almost a cross from Uruguchu. Well flighted, and there was the Dreamer. Look at that. Inches wide, and Mapisa was caught ball watching there.
That could have been something, and definitely the coach, Celestino Benza, would have been proud of a decision that he made to bring on board in this encounter. Now, Herentals on the defensive, switching into attack. Leeto Dreamer close to Martin Mapisa, and Dreamer hoping to take that one quickly, but no one really ready for what was coming. Kovuzi Mondi. We are back in play. There's rather soft cross into the box, which was taken care of quite well. Chunga. The ball last touched him foot. Now HERENTALS pressing forward. Really Dynamos too relaxed. But now they could have been on a break, but that's not the story. As Junyai tries to clear. Emmanuel Jalai playing it forward. Trying to get to Mudadi. It is a blue ball. Emmanuel Jalai. Delivery right in front. It could have been an offside. And Emmanuel Ziocha got into the ball. I think we're seeing that some of our linesmen and lineswomen are calling these offsides a bit too early. But nice tackle there, right in front of the box. That could have been a dangerous free kick. Lieto Trima dreaming of getting to the ball a bit earlier. As of yet, that dream hasn't been a reality. Bypassing
A marked improvement, Sandra, in the second half. Marked improvement in terms of both teams now trying to get to each other. But there's been a tendency of that long ball coming too early. No build-ups that should end up in attempts at goal. Just a bit of build-up in their own half, then a long ball. And then the long ball converts everybody into everything into a 50-50 situation.
I think for now we can settle for what we have. The first half was a bit physical. This time around, I think the idea, the main agenda is to get a goal. Christian with the throw-in. Beautiful play, Emmanuel Jalai. Playing across to Ziocha. Takes a beautiful pass. And it is a goal for Dynamos. Finally, MATCHDAY gives in to the pressure. Coming in from Dynamos. Something for the fans to enjoy, and a celebration coming from Donald Mudadi.
A beautiful build-up on the right there. It was a combination, Shandirwa, Mudadi in the midfield. That was to Jalai, released Ziocha on the right. Ziocha turned his marker inside out, brought in a very inviting cross. That was not cleared on the near post, and there was Mudadi on the blind side to tap it home. No chance for Madeira. Beautiful cross.
Yeah, beautiful cross indeed.
Look at that. Ziocha bringing in that cross. The defender went up, couldn't get it. And there was the anticipating, well-positioned Mudadi to tap that one into the back of the net. Dynamos 1. HERENTALS 0.
Yeah, that is how the scoreboard reads at the moment. And HERENTALS anxious to get things underway and to give a befitting reply to the Glamour Boys, who they thought they could come through and give a lecture. It has now turned to be the other way. Now Ziocha on another break. Will he make it to the end? As he's settling for that cross. Emmanuel Jalai trying to go at it alone. But HERENTALS once again have an opportunity, and it is a long ball delivery to Lieto Dreamer, who is not given an opportunity. That pass could have been something, but Dynamos seem to have been eaten anything, but it is an offside for Ziocha. It is a goal in the good for Dynamos here at Rufaro Stadium. I know you can feel as well with the ambience that it has certainly changed after that goal. Dynamos defending very well and attacking at the same time. Ziocha being very, very involved. Emmanuel Jalai on that far side, slipping but getting up quick enough. It is Mudadi with so many options, and he chooses to play it to Freddie Alec.
Sandra, what we were talking about, that we needed a goal to spice up everything. Now you can tell the atmosphere now, and Dynamos starting to dictate pace now. We saw Mudadi there being a bit of on the entertainment side in terms of controlling with the flick. Dynamos retaining possession and circulating the ball very well, but they've lost possession there.
They've lost possession. There is the one gifted with the captain's armband, Majarira, to make something out of it, and he fails to do so as he leaves that last touch to Mukambi Godfrey. The ball taking a deflection. It is a corner kick for Herentals. You started the idea of getting a goal and how that is going to change the atmosphere. I don't think I can take that one.
Yeah.
But all in the good.
All in the good, because the teams were so content with trying to just size each other up. But until a goal is scored. Mapisa there, forced to make a save from a header, from a looping header there.
Think things have just turned up to something spectacular. Here's a replay.
Yeah, he had to backpedal and push that one out over the bar for a corner kick.
Yeah, Martin Mapisa being challenged. Now it's a water break. It is a water break, but a water break that Dynamos takes quite well, since they have managed to get a goal with Donald Mudadi, the goal scorer, Emmanuel Ziocha with the assist. Beautiful play coming into the second half, and it has the replay. Ziocha with the delivery, and Mudadi just slotting it. Madea had nothing to it.
Nothing to it, because the first on to receive that cross was Shandirwa. When Shandirwa missed it, then Mudadi was on the far left side to tap that one on. So when you look at Madeira, he was maybe concentrating on Shandirwa, that Shandirwa was going to have a touch. So there was no way out. He was going to then stop Mudadi.
Herentals camp, Dynamos camp, Manuel Jalai carrying the captain's armband from Frank Makarati, who we are wishing a speedy recovery. Now we are being called on back to the pitch for the final 18 minutes of this encounter. Herentals seem to be motivated. Here's the replay once more. Ziocha delivery, Mudadi with the finish. They were calling for maybe an offside, but the flag didn't go up.
Was appealing for an offside then.
Dombo, Eric, right by the corner to get us started once more. We had taken a water break. Dynamos fans, like you have said, would feel that Eastern grandstand. I think from when we started, the numbers have increased.
Yes, somehow the Vietnam is started to increase in number, sizable crowd now. Of course, not the one we are used to, but a respectable crowd now.
Respectable crowd, good enough to fill the air and the atmosphere with sounds of jubilation.
And Shandirwa calling it a day, Sandra. And in comes Elvis Moyo, obviously Dynamos now wanting to solidify now in terms of defense. The message now is obviously to have a solid, and Shandirwa taking his time, nicely walking out, applauding the fans there.
They would want to maintain that 1-goal lead. It is a very, very narrow margin, and it can go either way. I think they need to understand that fact that you are not safe until the game is over. Shandirwa walking slowly, taking his time. Wow, so close.
I think there's something happening on the far side there,
Okay.
which is taking the attention of referees.
Elvis Moyo pulling Shandirwa out, telling him it's my time to shine. You had your opportunity, but now it is time for me to get involved in the matters at hand.
Yes.
Dombo Eric still by the corner. We are back. Delivery right into the box. Headed away, but still in play for another corner kick. Once more, brought back into a similar position as the first corner kick that was taken. Played it back and offside, is it? It is an offside.
Yes, Mukambi caught offside there. He was slower in coming out, but that was a good push by Dynamos defense there. Out after a clearance, very, very good push out there.
Martin Mapisa. Bring it forward, brought back into enemy territory. And it is Dombo Eric being played on. But now here at it again is Ziocha on that far side. It gets to it early enough to keep it in play. Something must be cooking for Dynamos. Will they serve their fans a dish worthwhile? Freddie Alec. Now it is an offside for Mudadi.
Mudadi caught offside there. Mudadi now, we are used to seeing Mudadi playing in central midfield. But Mablanyo having other ideas there. Mudadi is playing like an out-and-out striker now at the moment. Together with Siwocha, they really have livened things up front for Dynamos.
A spark that they really, really needed. HERENTALS still pressing high. The more you knock, the bigger the opportunity for the door to be opened. Nyawade, along with No More Chinyerere, fending off HERENTALS for a throw-in. Overcooked. Mapisa there.
Yes, Mapisa having none of it. He wants to make sure that this lead is protected until the end.
That would be good for him as well. as that would mean a clean sheet for any goalkeeper. That is something to be very, very proud of. But there is Ziocha right on goal. Madea being the superhero once more, despite conceding. But this time around, he saves it. Here's the replay.
Good shot on the run by Ziocha. Beautiful shot and an equally good save. Mablanyo, in terms of the coaching influence on the game, we see him there as we see the fans enjoying it, smiles now coming through. You know, that change that he made to bring in Ziocha, it gave the Dynamos the impetus that they didn't have in the first half.
There's a delivery right into the box, cleared off for a throw-in. Ndadi, the goal scorer for Dynamos. But it is Elvis Moyo with the throw-in. Freddie Alec, now Moyo trying to play it forward. Neat, intricate passes coming in from Dynamos just to bypass. Now it is Herentals on a charge. Chimedza Milton being cornered. Dombo. Dombo once more with throw in straight to Ruguchu, who tries an ambitious attempt on goal, almost meeting that bird halfway in the air.
Kelvin now playing on the left back, where he replaced the Dynamos Nomo Chinyerere, who was also sitting on a cushion. Are you aware the twins, Elvis and Kelvin, are the twins? Yes, the Dynamos number 24 and number 21 are twins.
Nice. We have Dombo Eric Junyai being the barrier and also doing the hard part. Now Chinyerere playing backward to Emmanuel Jalai, who plays a back pass to the applause of the fans. Dynamos not really sure what they were building towards. Here's a long ball from the back. Long ball right down to Gopfu. Now it is a delivery right into the box. Can they create anything out of it? And it is Herentals once more, creating some opportunity, but not really seeing to the end of it.
You see exchanges there between Nyawa and Maraba. Hey.
It's Mukambi.
Mukambi, they call him Maraba. Another attempted goal there by Dreamer.
Dreamer still dreaming. 8 minutes left of regulation time. Martin Mapisa burning all his dreams into flames. But will he continue to have his way? It remains to be seen. Getting too physical there.
Between Mukambi and Nyawa, there's fireworks. And this is the friendship, if we may say so, is one to last in that midfield. And from the onset, from kickoff, we knew what was going to come.
And Indeed, this time around, like it started, there were 2 wounded lions. Now it is 1 lion with a bandage. That is Dynamos, 1 goal in the good. And Herentals still trying to get some medical attention. A draw would be good enough for them. A point just to carry home.
Majarira there heading over the bar. Good cross there by Sugochu. Good cross from the left there.
A hold, as we might be seeing. A substitution.
Yes, Mukambi calling it a day. But yes, Mukambi calling it a day there. In comes Gray Kufandadam. The Herentals again, a sign of intent. The Gray and attacker through and through, out and out. So there is Herentals up front now. Gray, Dreamer, Majarira, and Chimedza.
They will fight till the end. 5 minutes and a few seconds left of regulation time. Dynamos 1 in the good. Madadi with the goal. And with the assist was Emmanuel Ziocha. The Glamour boys might be glamorous at the end, but Herentals, the schoolboys, might teach them a lesson in the last upcoming minutes.
Talk of Academia versus Glamour.
The other one, all you need is a bit of a bling. For the other, you need to know exactly what you are doing.
Yes.
Christian with the delivery. Headed away by Jinai. Mudadi. Ziocha now playing on this near side. Emmanuel playing it over to Chinyerere. Trying to single out maybe. Nicely done by Ziocha, right in the box. A big competition, and it is a second goal. It was the goalkeeper and Nyatondo Christian that stood in the way of Ziocha, but Ziocha proved.
Ziocha Mudadi combination. Same player assisting. What changed were flanks. Ziocha was this time was on the left. Roasted his marker like he did on the right. Crossed, put in a center, and there was Mudadi to finish. The same thing, identical situation. Just change the flanks, same combination. The formula is the same, Sandra.
I think beat me once, shame on you. Beat me twice. Now it is a shame on me. Herentals left in awe of the glamour that Dynamos brought into this encounter. Chinyerere on that far side made a beautiful cross to single out Ziocha, and Ziocha gave Mudadi an opportunity, and that is why you see the fans singing, clapping in unison, as they know that they have the entire 3 points of match day 28. Match day 28 for Herentals, but match day 26 for Dynamos. They still have 2 games in hand, and they could be on a way to finishing right on a good position when it comes to
somebody getting cautioned there on the bench. Joel Lupasha and the doctor. Joel Lupasha, the assistant for Dynamos, getting a caution there, as well as the team doctor for Dynamos, again getting a caution there. But Sandra Mudadi, proud like his name means today.
You don't smile like that after being cautioned by the referee.
Is Joe Rubasha has been sent off? Has he been sent off? Looks like he's walking out. No, he's still on the bench, still backing order, still backing instructions there.
Mudadi.
I was saying Mudadi today, being proud like his name. Eh?
Yeah, indeed. You can't help but brag about his inputs in today's encounter. A brace, something really, really good. And there's Mapisa making a good save.
And the Herentals pulls
And the
one back.
Herentals pull one back. 2-1. Something they could have done. So they still have an opportunity to go away with at least a point.
They still have an opportunity. We are left with about less than a minute and some seconds, but there is still referee's optional time in terms of, and that as we see that goal, a lame shot was then deflected away from Apisa and the Herentals pulled one back. The Dynamos defense there, getting a bit lethargic there, a bit ball watching. They should have pushed out to press the players that were hanging in on the penalty spot, the Herental attackers, but they remained flat, and then a shot was taken and it deflected. It gave Apisa no chance. 2-1, it stands.
That is the story. You don't settle until the end. Herentals getting a free kick, just pushing the lines, getting them closer to Dynamos' goal, as they would really love to settle for just a point. But for Dynamos, they need the entire 3 points.
An unnecessary nudge there by Dombo there. It is his team that is trailing, and he should have just simply, as we watch that goal there, Mapisa, nothing he could do. 7 minutes, as we watch 7 minutes of added on time. So Herentals still got 7 minutes to really fight back, and Dynamos have 7 minutes to try and hold on. And finished by Mudadi there. Excellent, beautiful finish there.
Indeed, excellent finish. His second goal of the day. Impressive performance coming through from Dynamos.
Ziwacha doing a cross there. Again, Mudadi.
Same formula.
Same formula.
First half made us question the quality of football in the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League. The second half has given us a different picture altogether. And we seem to love this version of the Premier Soccer League. Competitive, clean, and just top-tier performance. Beautiful play right from that far side. But now Dynamos are charging once more. Ziocha playing it forward to Mdadi, but Mdadi was in an offside position.
Yes, Mudadi. Yes, seems to have just played a little bit in an offside position.
2 balls on the field. It seems that the game can continue. Ziocha being involved, being dispossessed. Now it is right on that far side for a throw-in. That should be quickly taken. Ruguchu. They don't have much time. 7 minutes off at a time. Might not be enough to give a befitting reply. But so dangerous. Dreamer there being denied of a dream of getting the second goal for Herentals. Chinyai really suppressing Lieto right in front of goal.
As you see there, deflected in the path of Dreamer. Oh. Again, it almost got into another deflection. So you see Sandra Dynamo sitting too deep, to the extent where they are deflecting the ball against their goalkeeper.
Making things harder for Martin Mapisa. Buguchu. Chinyai with the clearance. Cleaning things up. Chinyerere going down, and it is a free kick for Dynamos.
Dynamos living dangerously, Sandra. Dangerously. Right at the edge there, they have to thank the watcher for going down there. At least they have a breather. Otherwise, the pressure was building up and mounting on them.
Pressure relieved, but for how long? Because the Herentals have been good with pressing and offside for Dynamos. They are really relaxing. I think that 2-goal cushion was a bit of a big illusion that Dynamos are not snapping out of, as now Herentals have acquired a goal. 2-1 is how it stands. Martin Mapisa handling it well, stopping any advancement from Herentals.
Yeah.
So far,
the game has just gotten electric now. Rangers trying to get an equalizer. Dynamos trying to also consolidate on the lead. But we notice here Ziwacha and Mudadi really changing things around. Gray Kufanda on the near side.
some dangerous play.
What dangerous play? I don't know what happened to Gray Kufanda there. Thinks there was contact from Elvis Moyo. Pushing and shoving there.
Taking it quickly. It's Christian. Delivery right into the box. And it could have been Dombo to take care of that one, but it is a goal kick.
And Mapisa kneels down there.
Mapisa just trying to absorb some seconds, delaying the game, have a narrow margin. Oh, he's sitting down comfortably on the ground.
He seems to be holding his hamstring there. And he himself calling them.
Medical team. Now, this Premier League has been known for drama, and it seems to continue. I remember when Mangombe came to the northern region, he was trying to play some tricks, and so many people were saying, this is not the PSL. You need to play till the end. Yes, that was the goal.
By Rangers there when they reduced their arrears there. Yes.
Whiling down the minutes, or rather the seconds, as a replay. It could have been a boot to the face.
It could have been a boot to the face, yes. There are some of the incidents that attracted attention of referees as players were going down there. Mapisa there jumping over, and you see that header by Dreamer. It could have been on the mark.
It could have been. And their story.
Dynamos caught ball watching there.
Indeed, but for Dynamos fans, I'm sure they are enjoying everything. The Herentals fans, the same can't be said, but there are those fans that will sing from start to finish, no matter how they have been playing. Martin Mapisa really taking his time with the ball,
I think
admiring it.
The referee might still play the 2.5 minutes that Mapisa took care of there.
I think an understanding of how the referee deals with it, with the time that they waste. That was an offside. Could better help the players play till the end within the regulated time. There's a delivery. Mapisa fumbling that one, but safely cleared away.
It was It came out narrowed. It was dangerous. Hey, I said somebody's pulled down inside that box.
Now Herentals trying to get that goal. That could mean they go away with at least a point. Dynamos sitting deep. Emmanuel Jalai trying to get them out of the predicament that they were in.
Sandra,
Deliver right into the box.
I like what the referee is just done now. Standing his ground in terms of the optional time that was wasted by Mapisa. The game was supposed to end after 7 minutes of referee's optional time. But then Mapisa decided to go down. And this serves as a lesson to players that every minute that you waste, you're going to compensate for it. And this is what we want to see in our game. And kudos to the match, to the center referee for holding on until the game, the entire minutes are going to be played.
Indeed, he held on.
And exactly, he played the 2 minutes that was blown.
Good refereeing. Dynamos fans excited as they are now going back to their homes. But I don't think they're happier than the players that did the hard part, the players on the pitch. For Herentals, it is another day where they learn from their mistakes, and hopefully their next encounter would be something they can write home about. But it was Mudadi who got the 2 goals for Dynamos, and that is why they get the entire 3 points. They get to move their dreams of ending up in a very good position on the log table still remain intact. For Herentals, they need to work a bit harder. This was a difficult session for them, trying to lecture the Giants, but in the end, they were the ones that got a sitting in the class. Match day 28 in the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League, as we are counting down 7 games to go until the end of the 2024 season. This is where things get heated up, and Dynamos still trying to get their glamour back on, and the schoolboys are still trying to shine. They live to tell their story. It ends at Dynamos 2, Herentals 1. We are about to be set for the post-game interviews, and we start off with Celestino Benza from Herentals.
Coach, tough luck for the game. But otherwise, in terms of performance, good first half, you went 0-0. And second half, what really went wrong?
Yeah, it was just 2 blunders defensively because I think they were just easy goals that we gave them. But overall, I am happy with the performance of the boys.
All right, Coach. I saw the tactical switch by Dynamos when they brought in Zocha. Then also loosened up Mudadi, and you also switched back to a back 4. But I thought in terms of concentration, those goals in terms of the blind side, what do you make of the blind side where on 2 occasions the defense did not pay attention to Mudadi?
Yeah, that is why I said defensively it was just more of 2 blunders, and those 2 blunders costed us because there was nothing that was a threat in the entire game except those 2 blunders, and I think we really need to work very hard on that because it's more of us giving away games that we're not supposed to be giving away.
Exactly. That was a good account, coach. Thank you very much. Tough luck, but better luck next time.
Thank you very much.
I'm impressed with the performance.
Thank you very much.
I'm joined by the winning coach, the pragmatic coach, Coach Chigoe, 2-1. But first half, 0-0. What do you make of the turnaround in the second half?
You see, we thought we would win the game in the first half when they played with 10 men. Unfortunately, they came back fully fledged in the second half. And the HERENTALS are a dangerous side. They've got a lot of quality. On a good day, they can get a result against any team. But we managed to read their substitutions very well and managed also to get them on the break, which was key to us winning the game.
10 men, but I didn't see a send-off in the first half. But coach, I saw the changes in terms of having Chinyere in the midfield and the connection between Mudadi and Sowacha. Good substitution, good tactical flexibility. Any secret to that, coach?
These boys, we've been with them for quite some time, and we understand which combinations work at different intervals. And fortunately for us, it came out proper against HERENTALS.
Congratulations, coach. I think it atones for the loss in the Confederations Cup.
Temporarily. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The horses mouth themselves, Coach Celestino Benza and Coach Lloyd Chigoe Mablanyo there as they signed off. Coach Mablanyo really happy with the 2-1 win against the HERENTALS Football Club. See you tomorrow when we give you more action in the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League.